how we build our sauna. In this video, we'll go through the full overview of the sauna building process, and I'll take you through each major stage step by step. Our sauna build is entirely based on the core Finnish sauna design principles and ensuring the best possible sauna experience out there. We'll break the build into 4 different parts. First, we'll talk about the floor. Then we'll move on to the walls and slowly towards the roof. And then lastly, we'll talk about the interior itself, where all the magic happens. I'm Anton, I'm a Finnish-born sauna expert, and I've helped thousands of people and businesses design their saunas that actually work as they should. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how we built our sauna kit. First, the floor. We started by building the foundation using 2x4 wood pieces spaced around 15 inches apart. This spacing ensures the floor is sturdy and doesn't bend when standing on it. We put 2 2x4 wood beams on the front and back of the sauna. The outer beams connect the walls to the base, and the inner beam supports the floor. When we were attaching the base, we screwed in at an angle from the inside of the cabin towards the outside to avoid any visible screw heads and to prevent the wood from splitting. Next, we installed a long stainless steel drain running through the center of the sauna. This is slightly sloped so water naturally flows out of the cabin right past the outside wall. Since this is an outdoor sauna, we kept the drain solution really simple. The reason for the drain and the sloped floor is to remove any excess water from the sauna quickly. And this prolongs the lifespan of the floorboard itself also. Stainless steel is essential here for its durability, resistance to moisture, and its long lifespan, and that's what we want with our sauna. To create the floor slope, we installed the angled wood pieces across the frame. The thickest stays were placed furthest from the drain, near the front and back walls of the sauna, and then we slowly moved towards the drain with thinner pieces so the water flows properly to the right place. And finally, we laid down the actual floorboards that are made from spurs. These tongue and grip boards fit tightly together with no gaps, remember that, and creating a smooth surface that feels great under your feet and also holds up well to the moisture. And also, you don't want to miss this small expansion gap that was left to the wall edge to account for any wood movement in the floor. Then we moved on to sanding the edges near the drain for that nice clean finish, and you don't want to get any splinters, so that's always good to do. And the result is a solid, comfortable floor with a simple but effective drainage system. 2. The walls. For the walls, we used Lunarwood's thermally modified pine. It's a tongue and groove style board that is ideal for saunas. What the thermally modified means is basically it's gone through a treatment that removes all the resins and moisture, making the wood more stable and resistant to any heat or decay that happens in the sauna. We built directly on top of the floor structure, and first we laid out the boards to plan out the layout. Each board was attached using screws and a non-toxic adhesive that's pressed tightly against one below it for that solid and sealed connection. At the front corners of the cabin, we installed these long wide support beams so the shorter boards could attach securely to the sides. This gave the frame that little bit of added structure. At the front of the cabin, we left a large opening for the glass front. Above the glass is a wooden buffer section that's called the Löyly buffer. And the Löyly buffer's job is to trap the hottest steam and keep that heat from escaping when the door opens. This buffer makes a huge difference when trying to maintain the hot temperature inside the sauna. We painted the exterior of the cabin black to protect against any UV damage and of course the weather elements. All screw holes were sealed with waterproof filler and a single-sided acrylic tape, which guarantees no water gets in the screw holes. And the last thing we added to the sauna were the corner trims that give both appearance and extra protection. The glass front of our sauna is made from 3 tempered tinted glass panels. We glued and screwed them together and mounted them to the wooden frame using small anchor pieces and trim. Then we filled any gaps with self-expanding foam and finished with a clean wood trim that covers any visible screws. 3. The roof. We started the roof build by measuring and installing the support beams. These support beams are spaced about 24 inches apart, strong enough for rougher weather but also not too heavy. We used different beam heights in the roof structure to create that gentle slope on the outside, allowing rain and snow to drain easily towards the back of the sauna. Inside, the ceiling stays flat, which prevents any heat from getting trapped and also keeps the load evenly distributed. From the front to the back of the sauna, the beams step from about 2x6 to a 2x5 in the middle and to a 2x4 at the back. For the exterior paneling, we use tongue and groove spruce boards that are nailed into place. Nails are better than screws here because they flex with the wood, and they maintain a better seal over time. We sealed all the joints and nail holes with silicone. We used Finnish-made 1.2-inch polyurethane insulation panels from Finfoam for the ceiling, and these can handle high sauna temperatures and already include a vapor barrier on both sides. We then ran a temperature sensor wire underneath the cladding and sealed all the insulation seams with aluminum tape. The interior ceiling was finished with a tongue and groove thermal pine board, and these were nailed directly to the ceiling beams, creating that clean and flat interior surface. To finish the roof from the outside, we applied an EPDM rubber membrane. It's fully glued down and completely waterproof and extremely durable for any outdoor use. This ensures the sauna roof is sealed and weatherproof for years to come. 4. The interior. This is where the sauna starts to really feel complete. We started by mounting the support beams for the benches directly to the walls. And these were carefully leveled and screws were staggered to avoid any wood splitting. And these benches are actually made from thermoaspen. Since this is a sauna kit, the benches are already built. We first installed the lower platform across both sides, and then we added vertical cover boards to hide any underbench area. The second and top tier benches followed with more cover boards in between. The L-shaped bench is supported by extra support beams underneath for stability. With 2 full tiers above the heater, we get optimal heat circulation and even your feet are above the heater, which is a key for a proper Löyly. You can feed up to 4 people lying down in this cabin and still be in the perfect heat zone. Next, we installed the dimmable LED light strips. We went for indirect lighting since you want to light the space, not the people. And these go behind the backrest and under the benches usually. The backrests were mounted using temporary spacer blocks to ensure the correct height all around the cabin. For the ventilation, we used mechanical fans for the intake and exhaust. The intake is next to the heater and connected to the outside via metal ducts, and the exhaust is at the bottom left corner of the sauna. This creates a balanced cross-flow of air. After using the sauna, running the both fans for a little bit effectively dries the cabin, so no separate drying vent is really needed. We hooked up the mechanical fans to our saunaheater controller so it can be easily turned on by triple-clicking the main button. Before installing the heater, we applied sauna wax to all the wood surfaces inside for protection. We then cut the section out of the lower platform to fit the embedded heater and added support pillars underneath the whole sauna bench structure. We used the Home Hive 18 kilowatt heater, and after we placed that heater and wired it up, we filled it with stones and we completed the whole installation. And that's how we built our outdoor Finnish sauna cabin from the ground up. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this full walkthrough of our own sauna build. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to comment and I'll get back to you right away.